Hi guys, so this is my Easy Crochet Nordic bauble. You can see the detail here. I have made the 8-pointed star in the middle, and a place to hold the ribbon here, all using double crochets, back loop only, and front post and back post double crochets, and that's it. And this bauble weighs about 10 grams. It requires about 10 grams of toy stuffing, and the size is about 3.2 inches, and the ribbon is just cut about 8 inches long. So let's get started. So we're going to need a 5mm crochet hook and some DK yarn. I'm using King Cole price wise in red and white. So we're going to start. We're going to make it in 2 halves. So we're going to start with this one, and each half is 5 rounds, and then when you make your second half, as you make your last round, you start joining the halves together, and then you crochet about 2/3 to leave an opening, and then you stuff it and then close the gap. So we start with the red one. So begin with sliding loop and chain 3, and 15 double crochets into the ring, so that there is 16 in total. Now we're going to check that we have 16 posts. And then we're going to close the ring and slip stitch into top of chain 3. So because we're changing color in every round, I'm not going to pull up the red color. I'm going to pull up, as my last pull, I'm going to pull up white, just like so, and it's very easy, and it doesn't matter what happens at the back of the bauble. So we're gonna leave all those tails. I'm just gonna quickly secure it so it never gets unraveled. And round 2 is we're going to make chain 2 and then front post double crochet around the post directly under. So this one, so the post that's directly under the chain 2 is the chain 3 from last round. So we're going to make front post double crochet and back post double crochet around the next post, so it alternates between the two. So you in total you get 8 front post double crochets and 8 back post double crochets in this round. So we're going to make a slip stitch, not to the top of chain 2 but to the top of from the first front post double crochet, and we're going to pull up the red, and we're going to count, make sure that we have 16 stitches in this round, and we're not going to count this one, and this one and this one is one stitch, so this one and this one is one stitch. So I'm gonna count now. This is where my last stitch ends, so this is number 16. So I made sure I have 16. Now moving on to round 3, it's chain 3, and now we're going to make a series of double crochets around the ring, but back loop only. So let's count the stitches. I have 32 stitches. Now I'm going to connect with a slip stitch to the top of chain 3, and I'm going to pull up the white again. And 1, 2, 3. This is round 4, and we're going to make chain 2, and back post, double crochet around the next post and all the way around. So we completed the round. Now we're going to connect with a slip stitch to the, not to the chain 2, but to the top of first front post double crochet, and pull up the red, and we're going to count the stitches. So again, this stitch is in, and this stitch is 1. I have 32, so you should have 16 front posts and 16 back posts. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, last round, round 5, chain 3, and you probably can see the pattern. So chain 3, and except in this round we're not going to make two double crochet back loop only into each, but just one. So the stitch count is 32. 2 again. So this is what counts as first stitch, so we're moving on to the next, which is this one. Yeah, and back loop only. So we're going to make sure we have 32 double crochet back loop only. Yes, and now we're just going to end this round. So we're going to connect with to the top of chain 3 with a slip stitch and fasten off. So you've made your first half, then I'll just quickly secure this yarn, and then we're going to make the second half, and we're going to start with the white one in the middle. So the steps are exactly the same, but you need to stop after round 4, and then I'll meet you there and explain how to connect the 2 halves. So here I am with my second half. I've made 4 rounds. Now we're going to see how to connect to create this braided look in the seam. So I've made the chain 3, and now I need to remove my hook from the loop, take my first half, and I like to start where I fastened off, and now I'm going to insert the hook in between the 2 posts, in the space between 2 posts, front to back, and pick up the loop, pull through, and chain 1. And I'm going to make a double crochet back loop only into the next stitch, so not this one, but this one, and I'm going to remove the hook, insert through the next gap between 2 posts front to back, and pull up the loop and chain 1, and that is what makes that braided look, and you just keep going around. I forgot to quickly secure the knots, the yarn tails, so don't forget that. So I've crocheted around about 2/3 or a bit more of the round, and now let's take our toy stuffing, about 10 grams of it. I don't weigh it, it's just, I weighed it for reference, and stuff it so that it's not too loose and not too tight. Find your happy medium. I think I'll be pretty happy with this amount of toy stuffing. So it just gets a tiny bit trickier, but not really. To complete the round, just continue with what you were doing, and then maybe press the toy stuffing with your finger down so it doesn't get entangled. Crochet back loop only into each stitch down here, and we have a chain 1 into each gap up here. Now we're going to just make a slip, join with a slip stitch to the top of chain 3, and then we're going to chain 3. Now we're going to make that little bit at the top, don't know what it's called, that holds the ribbon. So we're going to make 6 front post double crochets around this one point. So where you are at, this will be your middle, and we're going to make 2 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 2 here. So it's going to form a cylinder. So we're gonna just start with the one that's nearest to us, that we feel is most shortest distance. So I'm going to start with this one. So I'm going to make front post double crochet around this post. Then I'm going to make front post double crochet around this join where there was a chain 1 next to the chain 3 that we just made. Then again I'm going to make front post double crochet. Let's find the 2 posts. I think it's these two that we're going to be making, wrapping our front post double crochets around. So let's do that. And one on this side. Wait, so it's like this, because this is the last post we need to double crochet around. And the last post, front post double crochet around, and we've crocheted around, and now we're going to join with a slip stitch to the first front post double crochet. So not the chain 3, because that's gonna sit in the middle, but here, front post double crochet stitch. Wait, just need to maybe carry over the yarn to the other side. Slip stitch and then fasten off. So you've closed the gap, you've completed your bauble. Is stuffed. Now I just sort of take the hook, and to hide this yarn tail I just go from like the side and go along the fabric underneath, and then just try and poke it through the middle and just grab the yarn tail and sort of try to tease it in to hide it. And then you just take your ribbon. I measured it about 8 inches. I've tried 9 inches here, but maybe can be a little, I don't know, sometimes feels like maybe there's too much of a loop. Just want to hang it closer to the tree, so I'm gonna try the 8 inches. So we're going to take the hook and just guide it through where you want your ribbon to go through, and grab it, and then make the knot. And then try and hide the knot under there. And there you have it. Your Nordic baubles complete with braided looks and your Nordic star, 8-pointed star, and you've got your beautiful handmade stitches, and it looks really pretty on the tree. So I wish you good luck and see you soon.